Hello YouTube pipers. Double O Pipe here, aka Rick. I've got my Savinelli Clark's Favorite, and I've got my jar of Carter Hall that I'm dumping in my tobacco tray here from Blake's Pipes. And I'm going to fill my pipe up. I've had a lot of questions in the comments asking me how I fill my pipe, and everyone that asks me that, I send to Mutton Chop, because I think his posts on pipe smoking are probably the best for those who are new at the sport, who are new at smoking a pipe. And he gives excellent information. So I always send him over there, because being new at it myself, I don't know that I know what I'm talking about. So I don't want to be giving poor information to folks. I had somebody tell me I tamp too much. Well, that's a possibility, I guess. I don't doubt it. But the reason I do that is because I'm trying to press that lit, or the tobacco that's on fire, down into the rest of the tobacco so that it catches that fire as well. And whoever, I can't remember who it was, whoever wrote that comment to me, I agree with them. I probably do. Because I'm new at this. I've only been puffing on a pipe now for close to a year. It was when my birthday came around that I said I want to start smoking again. And since I didn't want to smoke cigarettes, I decided I would go with a pipe. So I'm new at it. I'm still learning. And I'm trying to find out what's right for me. I think everybody who's smoking their pipes, they have their own routine by now. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anybody who's new at this, my advice is find Mutton Chop Piper online and go watch the first posts that he made, because they were all initiated towards the new smoker, the new piper. And I think you'll find the answers to your questions there. I'm not saying don't ask me. I mean, I'll give you whatever advice I can give, but just know that I'm new at this myself. And my advice may not be the correct advice. So, that's what I say. I have to show you one of the many cards that had just been coming in wishing me a happy birthday. Here it is. Oh, this was from Central Cal Piper. And I appreciate that. That's a lovely card. Thank you very much. Oh, and I want to show you something else I found on this Kindle that I have. I don't know if somebody else amongst us told us about this, but can you see that, or is the light shining on it too much? The Sherlock Holmes Ultimate Smoking Companion. So I went ahead and bought it. It's essays and stories. A companion for someone who smokes a pipe. And whenever I'm learning to smoke when I read, I'm going to start with that. So I just thought I would bring that to your attention in case you were interested in that. It must have been somebody who posted about that, because I don't know how I would have found that if it hadn't been that way. Okay. I'll show you again Blake's Pipes artwork in my tobacco tray. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous work. I really like that. Now, before I said I had an ashtray from the olden days, and here it is, and that I was going to put my pipe knocker in the middle of it. So let's see how to do this. I'm sure that this must be, yep, there you go. Now I've just cleaned this up. So there it is. My ashtray with my pipe knocker in it. I like it. So I thank you for that, Blake. Makes quite an addition to my old-timey ashtray. My dad used this ashtray way back when we used to smoke when he watched TV. Pack of Kent cigarettes. That was his brand at that time, because they said they were lower in, I don't know whether it was nicotine or what. But they had that special filter that he swore by. Oh, I wanted to show you this one other thing that I only just found in that package that Blake sent me. It's a pipe stand. And I'm sorry I didn't show that the first time, but I just saw it. So I like that too. I was looking to see if there's anything else I have. I don't think so. That was the Sherlock Holmes Ultimate Smoking Companion was something that I wanted to show. As you can see, I really didn't have anything to say. I hadn't had a pipe in a while, and I just wanted to share a smoke. I wanted to show you this too. A long time ago, I found these online, and I make copies of them. And the paper they're on is kind of a little thicker than the average paper. And what I do These on the bottom I'll cut this way, and the ones on the top I'll split this way and make bookmarks out of them. When I was a boy, I loved the shadow. When we would sit in front of that that old radio and watch that dial as it was lit up and listen to the Shadow and Jack Benny and what was the other one? Gangbusters. That always had a loud and wild opening. And if any of you are interested in listening to these old-time radio shows, they have, now this is at the App Store for Apple, but I'm sure that Google has apps the same way. And when I go on to search, I hit OTR, which is the abbreviation for old time radio. Well, and you can get old time radio shows. They have oldies on radio. They have you can choose, hang on, you can choose podcasts. Let me see if I can get to it. I can't get to it. Here you go. You have all kinds. There's old-time westerns. There's detectives. Suspense. Mystery. Dangerous Assignment, Great Detectives, Gunsmoke podcast, which I've been listening to for quite some time, Our Miss Brooks, Burns and Allen, science fiction and horror, Fibber McGee and Molly, if you're a real old timer and enjoy those guys are funny. X-1 if you like science fiction, 6-shooter if you like westerns, specific westerns. Luke Slaughter, I don't know if anybody remembers that. Frontier Gentleman, Night Beat, Exploring Tomorrow. I remember that particular one because I used to listen to that when I was 11, when I went to bed. And the theme song was As Time Goes By. Box 13, The Saint, Jack Benny, Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, The Whistler, Inner Sanctum, Richard Diamond, Phil Harris and Alice Faye, The Lone Ranger. Old time radio. I thoroughly enjoy them because I'm an old timer. And before we had TV, we had that radio. And just like we sit there and stare at the screen on TV, my mother, my dad, and I used to sit looking at the radio as if we could see it. But what was going on the radio was almost like reading, because as they call it, it produces the theater of the mind. And while you're listening to that show in your mind, you're seeing the action, you're seeing the people through your own eyes. So it's a very enjoyable experience. I don't know if younger folks would like it, but I know when I was a kid I did, and my parents did too. And sometimes I'm sorry that television came in the way of the radio shows. There were Superman, Tarzan, Hopalong Cassidy, Roy Rogers. I don't know if Paladin Piper would be into that, but because I think he's more active than I am. But at night, when I'm going to sleep, I hit one of those shows, and I never hear the end of it because I'm asleep before it's over. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of like white noise in a way whenever you're really tired. But The Shadow was always one of the favorites. And of course, when we were children, Big John and Sparky in the morning, Saturday mornings. Bobby Benson and the BRB Boys, I think it is. The B-Bar-B Boys. Howdy Doody. Adventure Time with, who was it, Froggy? I don't remember. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to share Smoke. My Savinelli, Clark's favorite. Somebody kept asking, what was this? And they were asking anybody in my comments whenever all they had to do was say, what is that pipe you're smoking? But they were saying, does anybody know what that pipe is? But usually when I come on, I'll say what I'm smoking. And lately it's been this one. So anyway, sorry if my comments aren't good enough, but I try to answer every comment I get. All right, folks, that's it for me. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. I know most people are going to be watching that football game. I won't be, because I was never interested. But I hope it's a good one. I hope y'all enjoy it. And for me, I'm going to say, God bless you all. Take care until the next time. Bye-bye.